Please welcome writer, director, producer Edgar Bagdasaryan. This is one of our assistants, Anna Gonosilova, who also happens to be fluent in Russian. So she will help us with the Q&A today.
Oh, it's bright. I'm nervous. Hello.
Yeah. They've spent the past hour or so talking to each other. It's been very fun for me. Yes, sir. What was the use of the song at the end? What was the story behind that?
Yeah, it's interesting story because the same song, it's an Armenian song. All the Turkish people say it's Armenian song, Sargelin. In Armenian, Saryachchik, горная девушка, девушка с гор. Девушка, гор, mountain.
Oh, okay.
Girl, mountain.
Mountain Girl.
Love story.
That's what it stands for. It's about it's a love story.
Yeah, it's old Armenian song, yeah. Я специально эту песню выбрал.
He chose it on purpose.
Которая как бы объединяет, потому что я думаю, что при всех проблемах искусство должно объединять, а не разъединять.
It ties both the Armenian and the Turkish together because he thinks all problems can be solved if we come together. Sorry. He says he used the song because it's a love story and it brings people together, and it's used in both Armenian and Turkish cultures, and in that moment they were brought together.
Ну, все знают все проблемы, потому что фильм, хотите или нет, это про геноцид. Хотя там нет слова геноцид.
He says all problems can be solved by connectivity, and even though this film doesn't say it outright, but it's about the genocide that's going on between Armenia and Turkey.
Но это первая попытка, наверное, сделать с такой иронией и самоиронией про эту тему. Это сложнейшая тема для нас.
It's the first shot at making something that's kind of satirical about the situation.
So please remember, you can also tweet your questions to hashtag SBFF. Do we have another question? Yes, sir. What is the significance of the nut tree?
Ну, это символическое дерево для нас, армян, конечно, ореховое дерево. У нас два таких символа есть.
It's a symbol of Armenian culture. There are two symbols like that.
Когда рисуют генеалогическое древо,
when you draw the family tree,
его изображают в виде орехового дерева.
You use that nut tree.
Да.
So it ties the concept of family back into the movie.
The tree of
life.
Yeah?
The tree of life.
Yes, ma'am, right there. Say it loudly.
Это с вами разговаривает.
Maybe,
You're going to have to ask it louder because he can't.
Շատ լավ, ողջույն բոլորիդ։ Ես շատ սիրում եմ բոլորիդ։
And what did
I'm happy.
And
really?
what did you say in Armenian
Nice.
for the rest of us? How are you? Good. You want to know if it was shot on the border, the actual? Okay, so the question is this, so this story is about the border between Armenia and Turkey, and because she didn't realize the tension?
Yes. This is это район, где вот фильм на специальном диалекте.
It's the region where there's a specific dialect.
И кто не знает армянского, этот диалект.
And the person who doesn't know Armenian, this dialect,
потому что не чувствует юмора и колорита.
Loses a lot of the language, so you lose all the humor and the little intricacies of it.
Перевод транслатор не передает этот колорит, к сожалению.
The translation of that dialect usually gets lost.
Да, это граница Турции и Армении, да.
And yeah, this is the border between Turkey and
Но
Armenia.
фильм не только об этом.
But again,
Я надеюсь.
the film is not only about that one border or borders. Yeah.
Film about human and border.
It's a film about the conflict that humans have with borders.
Всех нас уже задолбали этими границами.
He says they've already put so many restrictions on borders and people traveling in between them, especially today.
Мы все закрыты.
We're all closed off from each other because of these borders. Not just politically, but culturally and lots of other ways.
Yes, ma'am, you had a question. Okay, so the question is, what was the problem with which stamp you had in your passport? How would that get you in trouble depending on where you traveled?
Yeah, yes, I understand. Yes, такая проблема есть.
Yeah, this problem exists.
Рядом с Арменией и Грузией. Это немного иронично и смешно, конечно, но вот рядом с нами Грузия.
Near Armenia, there's a border with Georgia.
Азербайджан и Турция.
And Azerbaijan and
Турция
Turkey.
и Иран, 4 страны.
And then Iran as well. So
Грузино-Абхазская война была, после которой Абхазия отделилась от Грузии. Абхазия. You know, Abkhazia?
Sorry.
It's a part of Georgia.
Okay.
And separate. And,
seceded from Georgia.
Today is независимость, independent.
Independence. So it's,
But
it's one
Georgia не
region.
признает это.
This one region went apart, became its own nation, but Georgia doesn't recognize
Кто
it.
был в Абхазии?
And the people who were in Abkhazia,
на грузинской границе его арестовали.
whenever they try and cross the Georgian border, even though they were a part of Georgia, they get arrested
А мой
immediately.
герой ходил в Абхазию за мандаринами.
He says his hero went across, his protagonist went across that border for some tangerines.
Yes, sir, you have a question?
Yeah. Yes.
So the question is about the use of the handheld camera and the fixed camera.
The different, he say about different style of it. Yeah. Потому что в первой сцене мне хотелось снять это больше как home-video.
Okay, the first scene, he wanted to shoot it more like a home video, so it was a handheld.
Вы тонко заметили, да, что вот после этого начинается какой-то совсем другого стиля фильм.
And then you're right, you noticed it right after that. It starts to become a different style film.
Road movie.
A road movie, he said.
Да, это было сделано специально, да.
It was intentional.
Трагикомик road movie. Да, я это сделал специально, да.
Okay, he says he did it on purpose. So, congrats on noticing.
Yes, ma'am.
Это кинематографист спрашивает, я уверен, да? Я не вижу, да? Yeah?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, really, really drunk. Absolutely, really, for sure. Yeah.
So for those of you who couldn't hear the question, it's about the tension between the drunk man and the man who had the yellow alligator shoes, and if that represented a tension of cultures, or what differences it represented.
Нет. Это такие, они не комментарии, они друзья, это одна деревня, это крестины там, и это все, они всегда эти вот этот колорит они не чувствуют, они всегда подшучивают друг на друга.
Oh, okay. It's just, it wasn't, there's no commentary there. It's just, they're friends, they get along, but they kind of like shoot the shit. Yeah.
И притом эти шутки, они абсолютно свободные, non-correct.
Okay, so, and in that humor, in that kind of ruthless humor, they're able to be
Not
free. There are no
correctly, not
restrictions between the two of them, so it just kind of shows how they're able to be, you know, comfortable around each other.
In village, yes, it's conservative people, really conservative. Yellow shoes is it's not
Unheard of.
not for village. Maybe it's capital in Yerevan is good, but not for villages. It's only for clown.
Yes, ma'am. You have a question.
I'm sorry. Who is in yellow shoes? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Yep, you. I'm sorry. So this is about the camera drone. So was there a problem with getting used a camera drone?
Робот, который летающий, чтобы камеру.
You speak about drone?
Yeah.
Yes, really, yeah.
Was there any concerns about getting
Yes,
it?
I have many problems with shooting film in Turkey because I shoot in Turkey in maybe the пятый раз, да?
Fifth time.
And два раза меня арестовали.
And twice they arrested him.
Я сидел там, да, сидел.
So he spent a little bit of time in prison.
And 4 years of persona non grata in Turkey, but it's normal for every Armenian. I think it's not a problem. Because I shoot a film, a documentary, my first documentary about Armenian churches, and places in Turkey, in West Turkey. It's very important for us because of our history. Тогда в 2000 году это было невозможно, тогда не было вот этих айфонов.
Yeah, in that time it wasn't possible to.
Мы снимали на негатив, 35 millimeter.
You can just shoot on your phone or anything, so you'd shoot on a 35 millimeter
И
lens.
это было problem, but today it's not a problem. We shoot illegal, really. In France illegal, in Turkey illegal, because it's very not for. It's expensive. Shooting in France airport.
We won't.
I haven't this budget. I'm sorry.
So we have time for one last question. Yes.
Yeah.
So the question was the main character able to understand his relatives once he finally made it to the other side?
Нет. Здесь в фильме поднимается еще одна проблема, которая для вас может быть не совсем понятна.
So yeah, there's another problem with showing it to an American audience because you don't get the different.
I speak about crypto Armenians. Հայերը հասկանան ինչ եմ ասում խոսքը. In Turkey, many people in только понимают, что они армяне, а не турки.
In Turkey, a lot of people look at Armenians and they only understand that they're Armenian and not Turkish.
His name is Crypto. Мы говорим crypto Armenia. Crypto.
They're called crypto Armenians.
Latent Armenians, yes. His name is absolutely Islamic name. Ibrahim, Hassan, but he is Armenian. Он человек 50 лет, 60 лет, он понимает, вдруг узнает, что он армянин.
Oh, so he was Turkish, and then suddenly the borders put up, and he's Armenian, and he spent 50 years living in Turkey, and.
И в фильме такой эпизод ироничный, когда вот эти трое сидят, они с турецкими именами, поэтому мой герой спрашивает, они армяне? Но они армяне.
So they have the people sitting at the table. They have.
Они армяне. Но они только узнали с турецкими именами.
Okay, they have Turkish names, but he can't tell that they're actually Armenian, and there's that kind of conflict when he asks for the passports and everything.
But it's really Turkish ID нельзя писать другой национальности.
And it's true that when you have a Turkish ID, you can't write
If
any.
you're not Turkish,
you can't write
Christian.
Yes.
Only Christian. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Нет.
No, he didn't understand them.
Нет. Only свой язык не понимает.
He only understands his language, only Armenian.
So I'm told we do have time for one more question. Now that I've scared everybody. Yes.
Позволите вас снять, спросить? Всех. Спасибо.
Сейчас она еще один вопрос.
Okay, so the question is, what was the significance of just what he was given or everything? So, right. So what was the significance of the different objects in the treasure box?
Is this okay?
Yeah, this is good. This is
This
good.
is fine.
Everybody wave.
Хочеш зайти?
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Все мои актеры.
Well, yeah.
Несколько актеров.
He says you're all his actors. Thank
Мои
you.
актеры.
Она спрашивает, когда он это открыл, и там было вот это
Дерево,
дерево, да, разные вещи, фотографии, все такое.
Да. Фотографии,
Почему?
часы. Так, потому что, на самом деле, не богатый человек, но он оставил самое большое богатство. Они наконец понимают, потому что, почему они не знают, кто они такие. Это обрубли на геноциде.
Okay, so the items in the box, they're very simple, they're very sentimental, and it kind of shows off that he's not very wealthy, the grandfather, and that the most treasured thing that he left for Simon was the family tree, because after all, they're one family, but the only reason that they're separated is because of these borders that have been drawn. So the most valuable thing that his grandfather could have given him, despite not being financially wealthy, is this, sentimental gift.
This story about genocide. Because after genocide, people
People don't know who they are and who's related to who and how they interact with one another. Everything's cut off.
Thank you, Edgar.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.